Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. So in today's video, as you can probably tell from the title, I'm going to be building a family starter house. So I absolutely love doing starter houses, and for a while it was pretty much all I built on my channel. I just absolutely love starter houses. They're my favourite thing to build in The Sims. Although it might seem a little bit weird that they're one of my favourite things to build, I just love the challenge of trying to fit as much as I can into a little starter place. So because I haven't done a starter house in quite a while, I decided for today's video that I was going to do one. So I did actually originally have a house in this lot which I'm building on, which I was going to use my save file, but for some reason I just wasn't feeling it anymore, and I feel like that could maybe happen over the course of the next god knows how many months until my save file comes out. I might see a house which I've done and then just build something that I prefer and then change that, and so this is basically the house which is going to be in this slot in my save file. I do actually really like this house, and I actually fitted quite a lot in for a starter house anyway. I mean, with a starter house you do run on a budget, so you are quite you have to be aware of everything you're spending, but there's actually quite a lot to do in this house. So there is a bookcase, there's a TV. I couldn't manage to get a computer in. You probably could if you delete some of the decor objects, because I still wanted it to look lived in and clutter it up as much as I can, but there still is a lot for your Sims to do. But a starter house is the starting point of a house, so this is the perfect place for your Sims if you create a family and you want to come and just start from the bottom and work your Sims up in the career. And there's a lot of space for them to, say there's a desk but there's no computer, so when they get a little bit more money they can buy a computer, and so on and go forth with the whole entire house. But with all my starter houses I like to try and make them look very presentable from the outside, because for that reason I feel like when you have a sim and they earn a little bit more money, you don't want to then go and renovate the whole outside. You just kind of want to add things into the house. And so when I do build starter houses, I do try and focus on the exterior quite a lot, so when your sim does get a little bit more money they can just add more objects into the house and not really have to focus on adding anything to the exterior. But anyway, talking about the house a little bit, so this is a family starter house, but it's only a 3-sim family. So I designed this for some parents and a child. I didn't really have a gender certainty specific, if I can't really say that word, so I tried to avoid that, but I didn't actually have in mind whether it was going to be a little boy or a little girl. I just kind of built a child's room so it can be for either or. So there is 2 bedrooms in this house. Obviously the parents' bedroom have a double bed, and then the child's bedroom just has a little single bed. There is a few child objects in there as well, so there is more things for your children to do. I think I put a teddy bear in there and some other bits and bobs. I can't actually think at the minute, but I did put some child objects in there, and I also did clutter that room up quite a little bit with some debug objects. But as you can kind of see, I am doing the main structure of this house now, and I haven't actually used them tiles in a very long time, and I don't know why. I think when I redo this whole little area of Willow Creek, I'm going to use that tile, that roof tile, because it's so lovely. I just don't know why I never use it, and so I'm definitely going to be using that when I do this part of the world. But I do want to say, so I am actually recording this on Tuesday, so this video is going to go up tomorrow on Wednesday. I would normally do my voiceovers on the day, but since I'm busy tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to upload. I won't be able to have enough time to do a voiceover because I am busy. But there is actually a Maxis monthly live stream tonight, and I'm so excited because we haven't really had anything in quite a while. We had the Strangeville game pack, which I feel like was a little bit done and dusted. Like once you do it once, it's kind of a little bit boring to go back to it. I don't know if there's going to be any new content released in today's monthly Maxis live stream thing. They are going to speak about some new content, but I think that's just in regards of the patch update and stuff, which I'm still excited about, because Sim Guru Graham tweeted a picture of a white shelf not too long ago, and I am so happy because we haven't actually got a plain white shelf in base game. We have a white shelf with cats and dogs, but you need the cats and dogs expansion to use that. And so I'm really excited to see what we're actually going to be getting in the next few weeks or months or however long. I don't think that they're going to be revealing any new packs or anything like that, because they've said it before that they probably will never release or announce any packs in the monthly Maxis live streams. They just don't tend to do that. They just tend to speak about new patches and what's coming in the free packs, let alone like paid content. So I'm quite excited to see what it is, but when this video goes up, everyone will know what it is and what we're getting, but at this moment in time I don't, so I'm quite excited. But anyway, as you can see, I am now moving on to the kitchen. So this house, the kitchen, the dining and the lounge are all kind of into one. I do that with quite a lot of my houses, but especially starter houses, because walls cost money, so I try and stick really tight to that little money that we do have. So I know that I didn't actually put a bin in this house, and I feel like someone might comment saying you forgot to put a bin, but I kind of did it on purpose because there is like that little side door going out onto like a little balcony bit, and there's a bin out there, and I didn't want to waste the money on having a bin when you can basically use the exterior bin as an indoor bin. Sometimes they'll just go outside and empty the food waste or whatever they are putting in the bin, they can put it into the exterior bin. So I wanted to save as much money as I could when I was doing this house. But you can kind of see that I've actually just dragged a room from my saved rooms into this house. So a little while ago I went in and I basically went through the debug menu and put everything I wanted into separate little rooms. So I've got little rooms for bathroom clutter, for kitchen clutter, for bedroom clutter, and so on and so forth. Because I did a build not too long ago, I think it was the Mediterranean build that I did, and halfway through it I wanted to use some debug menu items, but as soon as I turned the cheat on, my menu went so big and it was so difficult to actually find what I was looking for. And so I decided that I was just going to make some separate rooms for each kind of room in the house with the debug menus that I typically go for. So I did a bathroom one and all that kind of stuff. You can see that I just added a little plumbing thing, I can't think what it's called, a plunger I think it's called, into the bathroom. They don't cost any money, and with a starter house I feel like debug menus are so perfect to help clutter it up because you're not wasting money. A lot of them are free, some of them you do have to pay for. Some of the collectibles that you can find around the world you do have to pay for because you can sell them, so they are worth something. But some little bits and bobs like kitchen clutter, and I've got so many different ones which I haven't actually put into this house, but they just add a lot more realism into your game. So I've got one for babies, which I've got like a toddler little bottle, I've got some diapers, I've got toddler books, and I feel like if you add them into your house it just makes it a little bit more realistic. I did also just add a birth certificate into this house as well. That is free, I think. I don't think it costs any money, and that's just something else which adds a little bit more realism. This house only has one child. Maybe if you have another child you can add the other one above it or below it, wherever you want to put it. But I just thought I wanted to clutter it up as much as I could, and so I do just go in and get some more debug menu for the child. So as you can see, I've literally got so many different ones. I've got ones for snow globes, for posters, for them little collectible statue things. I don't know what they're actually called. I think they're referencing from the Sims Nintendo game, if I'm correct, because I remember I used to play that when I was younger. I think some of them are referencing from that. I don't know actually what they're called, but I put some of them in the child's bedroom as well just to clutter it up a little bit more. They do cost a little bit of money, but not as much as normal clutter, so I just added them instead. But as you can see, I am just finishing up the little child's bedroom. I don't really have a gender preference, as I said before. This could be either for a little boy or a girl. I did go with a really nice pastel green theme in that room, which I really like, and I don't often tend to use that. But I am now moving on and doing the lounge room. So the lounge room was actually the last room that I did in the house because I wanted everything to be in place before I did that, and then I could know exactly what I could spend in the lounge. I do actually go back and delete some items so I can add some more items and all that kind of stuff, but I think the only thing that I deleted was the umbrella rack, which I put next to the front door, which I don't think is a massive loss anyway. But I am going to end this voiceover here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me build this little starter house. If you want me to build more starter houses, let me know in the comment section down below, and I am more than happy to build them because I absolutely love building them. This house is available to download on the gallery. I finally sorted out the custom content thing, so it's not going to be listed as custom content anymore. I finally got that sorted, so you won't hear me reminding you every single video to put it on. But as always guys, if you do like my content, then please subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next Sims 4 speed building video. Bye guys.